What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another Sunday Stock Talk, but somewhat of a midweek recap. Now, guys, we're going to be going over a bunch of information today. We're not only going to be giving you guys some QQQ price predictions, but we're also going to be talking about Tesla and where their price prediction is. Kind of see it there as a sneak peek. We're also going to be talking about how Elon Musk himself told Dan Ives to shut up after Dan is trying to tell Elon and the Tesla board what to do. Fear and greed index is at an extreme greed all-time high, right at 78. Also, I want to shout out and give some prayer to Texas flood victims. Death toll rises to 109 amid the Texas flood. So, prayers with all of you and your families out there right now in Texas. Now, not only that, guys, if it couldn't get any worse, okay, with the rise of self-driving vehicles, there will eventually be a country song about trucks leaving you too. So yeah, not only you have to worry about your girlfriends, your wives, your husbands, or whatever leaving you, your truck could potentially drive itself away. Oh man, hopefully that helped lighten the mood. So guys, we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on with a few of these right now, guys. If you want access to this right away, you don't have to wait for these videos to come out. Definitely, all you have to do is go over to our live chat here, top chat. It is the first link in the comments, pinned in the comments. Okay, first link. It is 100% free, lifetime access. Get in now while it is free, because it may not be free for long. Okay, lifetime access will always be available, or I believe it is the first link in the description. Get in there. Great area to connect with members. I think we just crossed over 600 members, something like that. We have an amazing list. Yeah, 602 offline with a nice 32 or so online right now in the Discord. So I appreciate you guys' time. Now, guys, Elon is telling Dan Ives to shut up. Okay? After Dave Ives puts out a tweet telling Tesla board of directors, okay, Tesla board of direction, take the following 3 steps in our view, okay. 1, he says new pay packages getting Musk to 25% voting control clears a path for XAI merger. 2, guardrails established for amounts of time Musk spends at Tesla as part of a pay package. And 3, oversight on political endeavors. Now, we're going to get into all this in just a minute. I pulled up some actual current events, some facts, and some things that, man, you might want to be aware of if you're considering investing in Tesla. Elon Musk's response, shut up, Dan. That's what it said. It almost got as many likes and repost as the post itself. Check that out. Pretty funny. Fear and greed index is at an extreme greed level. Previous close was at 77. A week ago, it was only at 63. And a month ago, okay, guys, it's at 59. And a year ago, it was neutral at 48. So we are getting extremely greedy in the market. And again, we're going to talk about this. Great things are happening for QQQ. I know a lot of you are thinking, hey, I am a big short, a shorter for the market. I am very bearish on the market. I do believe it has a pullback coming. But as the market is trending bullish, why even fight that bullish trend by being a bear? So, hey, let's just all jump to the bear side. All right. Also, one more thing I'm going to do before we go any further. Guys, I'm rusty. I haven't done a live stream in a little while. And most of you in the Discord don't even know I am live right now. So let's go ahead and share that link to our 600 plus Discord members. We are working our way to 1,000 Discord members. Yes, yes, yes. And again, it's not just to connect with me. Now, you can connect with me one-on-one, but it's not just with me, okay? It's going to be with other like-minded individuals as well. So if you're just tuning in, guys, there's some light humor while I share this to our group here under the announcements section. It's where I do all my announcements, okay? All right. Boom. Perfect. Okay, so now that everyone knows, we'll get some members in here talking in the chat, etc. So let's go over to the charts. We shared our Discord, some current events and things going on in our neighborhood. Crypto chat for all you crypto chat lovers. 4 years ago, this NFT cost 69 million. Today, it's worth just less than $100. Talk about a wild rug pull on that one. ETFs. Now, most ETFs are heavy on Nvidia. They have trimmed Tesla, but could still affect them if they are substantially have a dip from political fallout. Now look at this. SPY, top 10 holdings for SPY, Tesla, reduced weight of 1.67%. I believe it was up there with Apple, Microsoft, and Nvidia around 3 to 5%. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, okay? But SPY reducing their holdings of Tesla. On other note, let's see here. Any other notes here? Tesla falling. We already knew that. Tesla falling very dramatically. Overall, QQQ traded sideways today. Okay, we're going to get into the charts. This is a horizontal pattern that we talk a lot about on this channel and how you could buy at these lows. This was right around 551 today, and you could sell at these highs right around 553.50 or 552 and 553. We're going to talk about that specifically here, but it was $1.50 per move. This was a 1-day trade, a 2nd-day trade, or a 3rd-day trade, or you could just be buying at this support level and then selling toward the end. You could also reverse it and you could short this, buying at the high and selling at the low. So again, if that's confusing or you guys aren't too sure and you want to learn more about that, then definitely reach out to me via Discord. Okay, so QQQ, guys, we're going to talk about QQQ, and we're going to talk about Elon Musk, okay, for all of you guys who want to learn a little bit more about that. A snapshot of what to expect for QQQ tomorrow morning, okay, because a lot of you guys were asking what to expect tomorrow morning, and now I may not go live tomorrow morning. I may give an update after the fact, but I want you guys to be prepared for tomorrow morning, okay? So according to long forecast, QQQ is expected to open July around 547. Now we did see that. Now it is possible that it can reach a high of 624 and or a low of 504, okay? So now looking at that 1 hour time frame, let's go ahead and bring this down here so we can get a better visual picture. We're already seeing that, okay? Average around 562 for this month, so the average is even higher than the current share price of 552. That's a $10 upside for QQQ. Now they're saying by the end of July, we should see a high of 574, guys. 574 on QQQ would put us right up here. So I'm very curious to see if it stays true to this high, because not only would this be a great resistance, but a great take profit, okay? Now, suggesting a 4.9% gain for the month. Let's see, right? We're on July 8th. Let's see how high up QQQ can go. So while daily fluctuations are expected, the broader trend for July currently appears to be bullish, okay? And it's still holding that nice trend above that 45-day exponential moving average and still well above that moving average on that 200-day time frame, okay? So macro and sector insights for are from Morningstar's Q3 2025 outlook highlights that tech sectors are rebounding. Nvidia, Microsoft, Broadcom led the Q2 rally, and we could take a look at that. Microsoft, look at this rally by Microsoft. Nvidia, just beautiful, and I believe I even have Broadcom on here, AVGO. Just beautiful rally from these tech sectors in Q2. And tech remains a strong driver for QQQ. That's the whole point behind this. Now, the volatility ahead, market sentiment is sensitive not only to the tariffs developments and fiscal policy shifts, but also especially because of President Trump's recent tariff announcements, okay? Valuations are elevated as well, so expect potential pullbacks or sector rotations. You know, we're already talking about some over evaluations on Nvidia. Geez, guys, Nvidia is just about to hit, was it Nvidia? I'm sorry, Was it Nvidia market cap? Yeah, $3.9 trillion. So they're about to hit a $4 trillion market cap for Nvidia, which is just insane. There's got to be a pullback, okay? There has to be some sort of a pullback to come for some of these tech companies. They cannot continue to increase their revenue by 40%, and then the next month 44%, 50%, and then we're getting into some crazy revenue growth that I believe is not sustainable long term. Right? So we have to see some kind of a pullback, and we're going to get more into that a little bit later on. Now, risks to watch for during this market trend here, it's bullish, right? Would be tariff policies, uncertainty could trigger short-term volatility, right? Bond yield spikes may pressure growth stocks, including tech-heavy QQQ. Okay, and earnings season is also approaching, which could swing sentiment quickly, right? Okay. Now, with that said, earnings season is coming, guys. Earnings season is coming. So we want to make sure that we are ahead of the game. If there is a significant pullback from companies like Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, Amazon, even AVGO, maybe even Meta, Netflix, Costco, Tesla, Google, T-Mobile, these can all affect that, right? But the major one, the major competition right here for QQQ, I believe we can get into some of their holdings. If I'm not mistaken, let me see. Is it in financials? Is it under analysis? Hmm. Well, that could be for another video, but I do believe. Actually, you know what we can do? I could just bring it up um, real quick. What is top 10 holdings currently for QQQ? Okay, because this is changing all the time. Now, I do know what QQQ holds. I did even have these in order by market, by the way QQQ does hold them, right? By weight is what we call it. Right now, NVIDIA, okay, NVIDIA, guys, is pushing 9% weight on QQQ. So if NVIDIA pulls back 10%, we can expect at least a 1% pullback from QQQ. Same with Microsoft, 8% weight, Apple 7.5, Amazon 5.5, Broadcom 5, Meta 3.5, Netflix 3.2, and Tesla at a 2.7. Costco and Alphabet at about 2.5 each. Now, the top 10 holdings account for nearly 51% of the total QQQ portfolio, reflecting its heavy concentration in large cap tech and consumer growth stocks. Now, what does that mean? That means, guys, if these have a significant pullback during earnings season for Q3, then we could see a pullback with QQQ. Now, obviously, that doesn't have to happen this quarter. It could happen next quarter or even next year. But again, remember, some of these evaluations are insane. The what do we call it? We just talked about it earlier. The profit margins, the everything is just growing so fast. It's not accounting for any pullbacks. We've had very little pullbacks with some of these companies, right? Just continued bullish trend. Pullbacks happen. We can see some significant money moving forward, not only for the bears, but also for our long-term investors on the channel who can get that at a discounted price. Now, I love talking about QQQ. Let's move on to Tesla, and we're going to wrap up this live stream here. Now, Tesla, okay, Tesla, current price, 297 after hours, right? It closed, what did it close today? 297.81, okay? 52-week high is $430. We could look at the daily. This is saying 480s, right? But that was back a little while ago. Okay. Key support levels. Now this is saying basically 285 would be a support. Okay, 285. So I want you guys to be aware of Tesla. 285. And 265 would be another good one. 265 and 225 and 225. Okay, guys, these are all pretty strong supports for Tesla. Now, the one that I want to showcase the most is from a comment I made in the Discord, and that was basically saying that Tesla stock has broken below both the 50-day and the 200-day moving average. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and bring that back up. Well, I guess I can't. Signaling a bearish trend. Okay, it is below both of these moving averages. Whereas Microsoft, super bullish. Apple, I'd say this is more of a horizontal pattern, so not bullish or bearish. It doesn't really know what to do. Nvidia, very bullish, right, above those moving averages. Whereas Tesla is not. It's been below the moving averages for quite some time. It's had some struggle getting above it, and now it is actually on a downtrend. Analysts warn of a potential drop to $250 per share, which would mark a 20% decline. So if we take the 285 out, the 265 out, the 225 out, we're looking at like 250. Potential buy area for Tesla. Now, of course, Tesla's got as low as $100, $150. I mean, it can obviously go much lower than 250, but I believe that's the area where I may consider starting to buy a few shares long term, if their business model holds up to exactly what they're doing. Right now, we're going to talk about that, because you can't just jump in and be like, oh, that's a cool price, it's almost there, I'm going to buy some. We want to talk a little bit more about exactly what's happening in Elon Musk's political moves, robo-taxi rollouts, EV market shares, and global headwind. Also, some of the legal and safety concerns involved with Elon and Tesla as well. So, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to go ahead and bring this screen over. It's a little bright, so watch your eyes, but I'm going to be kind of looking off of this here, okay? Now, major news driving Tesla volatility would be Musk announced the formation of American Party, reigniting concerns about his divided focus. This follows a brief rally in June when investors were optimistic about his renewed focus on Tesla. Wall Street reacted swiftly. Goldman Sachs downgraded Tesla to neutral, cutting its price to 180. Okay, 180. That's another key target there. William Blair moved from outperform to market perform. Now, on another note here, robo-taxi rollout in EV market share. Tesla launched its robo-pilot in Austin, but earlier safety concerns and regulatory scrutiny have emerged. Tesla's US EV market share has declined from 58% in 2022 to 43% in just Q1 of 2025. So I mean that's like losing an entire year's worth of decline in one quarter. Not looking good. The upcoming cyber cab, expected in 2026, is seen as a potential long-term catalyst. But again, guys, we're talking about robo-taxi that's been talked about forever, right? The robo-bus, now a cyber cab. What else? The humanoid robot, right? Been talking about that for a long time. Just seems like it's taking a long time to get to deliver some of these features, right? Now, global headwinds. China, our sales are slipping, with local competitors like BYD and XPeng gaining ground. Guys, I did want to bring that up real quick in the live stream. Why even rush, right? If it's a live stream and you're watching, great, smash the like button. If you're not watching, hey, that's cool too. No worries. Shoot, no hard feelings. You guys can go about your day. And there we go. Okay, so again, you can watch this at any time. It is relevant for the week, and I'll do this weekly. So we were talking about XPeng, okay? XPeng up $17, $18 right now, lows of 7, highs of 27. So they're still seeing somewhat of a downtrend. We'll see what happens with their Q3 earnings. And then BYD, let's see if we could bring that up. BYD, which should be this China stock here, I'm thinking. Which is also up, Okay, so showcasing that China sales are slipping with local competitors like BYD and XPeng gaining ground. I've been talking about XPeng for a while, or XPeng, whatever you want to call it. XPEV is a ticker symbol. I mean, they can potentially be a great investment long term. They do have some flying vehicles that they want to be coming out with or releasing in 2026, which is right around the corner. And they have electric car vehicles. I believe they're also involved with some autonomous robots, stuff like that as well. So definitely do your own research on that. But I've invested in this one before, did really well with it, buying in those 10, 12, $15 marks, selling in those $20 to $25 mark. And hey, we might do it again pretty soon, okay? Now, European sales also declined sharply in Q2. Remember, we're talking about Tesla for this part of the live stream. Tesla lost its US EV tax credits as well, furthering pressuring margins. Okay, guys, I mean, just those US tax credits alone was incentivizing, they were just giving Tesla a ton of money by allowing other companies to use specific EV tax credits to allow those dealerships and companies to be able to sell certain products or certain vehicles. It goes in a little bit more complicated, but that's basically the gist of it. Okay. Anyways, US tax credits. Now Tesla lost those. So I mean, we're talking like maybe not a third of their revenue, but it was a very significant amount of their revenue for those US EV tax credits. Okay, so now those are gone. Okay, and that's a huge revenue loss for Tesla. Now, the bulls say robotaxi and FSD tech could unlock massive long term value. Okay, Tesla's cost cutting and margin expansion are still strong. And diversified business like energy, AI, and charging supports valuation. Okay, that's what the bulls are saying. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Those are what the bulls are saying. Okay, the bears are saying Musk's political distractions are hurting execution. Okay, EV sales are declining and competition is intensifying, and stock is technically breaking down with 250 in sight. So you got analysts talking about it. You got my hybrid assistant talking about it. Heck, maybe even your local chat GPT or Microsoft Copilot could be possibly talking about it too, right? It's all in the data, and we need to be able to use this technology and allow for this information to be processed and gathered in a very easily efficient manner so that way we can make a better calculation, a better decision on our investments. Okay, Tesla could potentially be a good investment if it hits 250, if it gets its stuff on track, if Elon doesn't tweet too much or cause so much chaos, right? um, Still very possible. Still very possible. Now, some legal and safety concerns. A civil trial is set to begin July 14th over Tesla's autopilot system with allegations the company hid crash data. Okay. The case could result in punitive damages if Tesla is found to have acted recklessly. All right. Come on. Hiding information, hiding data. Not good. All right. So, with that said, if Tesla starts to perform poorly, short term, we could see a huge pullback, 250, 200, 180, who knows, $100. Long term, can you see yourself buying and maybe hoping for the best, I guess, or maybe instead wait for confirmation that hey, this sell-off happened. Now it's in low 250s, low 200s, whatever the case, high 180s, whatever the number is, finally starts to showcase signs of it being bullish. Could happen tomorrow, could happen in a month, a year, a couple years. That's when we want to take action. We want to ride Tesla up, not down. I'm not telling you to buy Tesla now. Okay, do whatever you want, but all this information is leading to somewhat of a significant downturn. I mean, we got people saying a potential 20% sell-off. So, I mean, that's not very good, right? And then there's also other competition. I mean, when you talk about EV stocks, there's still BYD, there's still Rivian. I mean, even our normal regular car maker manufacturers, GM, Ford, they're all going to EV. So it's not like anything super special. I believe a lot of people are investing in Elon himself. So, that could result in some very interesting stuff. All right, guys, questions. I'll take some questions now toward the end of the live stream. Any comments or any tickers you want me to break down? Looks like we have someone right now. Kristen Just an update about my latest trade on RKLB. Great profit. Nice. RKLB. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Was that Rocket Lab? Rocket Lab. Yeah. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now we have been tracking this for quite some time. It looks like it did break out of that $28, $29, $30. Very beautiful breakout here. Let me go ahead and delete these. Oh yeah, beautiful. Good trade setup here on Rocket Labs. This is a beautiful 3 stages of reversal setup. We talk a lot about this in our course, the Learn to Earn lesson library. Also, we go over this a lot when we do our live trading sessions. I have a whole playlist of hundreds and hundreds of morning live day trading sessions where I go into full detail about setups just like this, but beautiful. I even made a trade here too at the downturn, apparently. I was trading it, I was buying it in the 2860s and I sold it 2880s. So not a lot, 20 some cents a share, 20 30 cents a share, maybe something like that. But I seen this right here, right? My break would have been right here at this 45 EMA. That's where my trade was, and I stopped out because it didn't bounce off of this the way it did here on this bull trend. Good thing I stopped out, right? Because then I would not be suffering any losses or holding a position long term, waiting for it to go up more, right? So, not bad, not bad at all. Uh, Kristen, good job. I imagine you probably bought down here somewhere in the 15, 16s, maybe even the $20 levels, $25 levels would still result in a beautiful run up to those $40 highs today. What a beautiful move. Great job. Rocket Labs. I'm definitely going to add this to my watch list and we will kind of keep an eye on it. How about that? All right, all right. Other than that, guys, I believe that's all we're going to talk about today on this live stream. We went over QQQ price predictions. We went over Elon Musk and Tesla and those price predictions. And we went over RKLB for one of our subscribers and LTE Discord members. So, yeah, other than that, that's really just it, guys. Appreciate your time. And we will see you all in another video. Be live stream or regular or maybe a short. Go watch some of my shorts. I got some new short videos out. Go check those out if you feel like it. All right, all right. Well, thank you for your time, guys. You all have a great day, okay?